2 The Redline Productions proudly presents today's 2 The Redline review was made possible in part by
Hey YouTube, well thanks for joining me today. It's my pleasure to show you guys this fun little pocket rocket of a car. This is a 2007 Mini Cooper S. Now, when BMW relaunched the Mini brand in 2002, it was quickly known as the go-kart of the small cars. It literally has go-kart-like handling. 2007 is the second generation, the first model year of the second generation, and it doesn't look that different from the first generation. I actually had to double check and make sure this was a second gen because it looks just like a first gen. They pretty much just refined the styling, changed the interior a little bit. The biggest change is under the hood for the S model. The S model used to have the supercharged 1.6 liter 4. Now it's a turbocharged engine. It makes a little bit more horsepower. This one makes 172 horsepower and about 177 foot-pounds of torque. There is an overboost function that ups it to 192 for a quick burst whenever you floor the accelerator pedal. But boy, this is a really fun car, and it's got a lot of character. I really like the contrasting white roof. It's got that big panoramic sunroof. It handles really well. My gosh, I thought my Fit handled well, but this thing really handles well, and it's fast. It's got the power that I wish the Fit had. I mean, this car kind of competes with the Fit. The base engine does, but this one, the turbo model, competes with like a Civic Si, a GTI, Fiat 500 Abarth, which I'd love to test drive. I love the styling of this car. I don't know if I'd ever buy a Mini myself, but I can't deny how fun, how charismatic they are, and just how distinctive they are. I love it. This particular one is not too high of an option trim. It's got those 16-inch wheels, which I know 17s are available on this car. I personally wouldn't go for 17s because the ride is already really stiff. But those are the 16s. I don't mind the design. This one looks like it's got an aftermarket exhaust that the previous owner has added. But it's just a really fun car. And this color, I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it's dark blue, but it could be black, but it looks like a dark blue color. But let's go inside and take a look. The door handle on these cars, you think they're pull types, but there's actually a little button here that you push, and that opens the door. This one thankfully has a 6-speed manual with these blue leatherette cloth seats. Now, the key system in these Minis is very similar to BMW. First of all, you got this cool looking key. A lot of character. I mean, the dashboard in this car looks like Mickey Mouse, honestly. Okay. A lot of people think this is a smart key access system, so they come in here and they put their foot on the clutch and they think it'll start. But no, it's not a smart key access system. You have to stick the key in that slot right there, and then you can put your foot on the clutch and push the button. And now it'll start up. The interior in here is very odd. It's got a giant speedometer, like a pizza plate, or a freaking dinner plate size of a speedometer with a tachometer facing you right there. Like I said, this one has an aftermarket exhaust, so it's really loud exhaust. The audio controls in here, I mean, they're pretty well labeled. I constantly kept trying to turn this as the volume, but the volume knob is actually right here. You can tell because it has a little speaker symbol. And I'm impressed. It has a pretty decent audio system. I don't like how when you turn the volume up, it doesn't give you like an indicator of what the level is. I kind of wish it did that. A lot of German cars I noticed do that. The window switches are over here, and it's not automatic up, but it is auto down. And you can see it's kind of a... I mean, the design theme in here is just odd. It's a lot of character. It gives it the same character as the actual car itself. There's your stability control off button right there, and then your sport button, which I'll show you guys a demonstration. The dashboarding materials in here are actually pretty good. This is soft touch plastic right here, soft touch right here. This is hard plastic here. The door panels are soft touch as well. Pretty good quality. And then this is padded right here where your elbow is gonna touch, and it's soft over here. It's just, I prefer the window switches instead of here to be over here, but there's not really any space for them. The wheel feels really good in your hands, and it gives you really good feedback. Soft touch right there. And like I said, this one has a 6-speed manual, and it's got these rear fog lights, just like every other German car, and front fog lights. That's a switch for them. I'm pretty sure this car has HIDs, which I'll show you guys in a second, quick demonstration. But this one does have the panoramic roof. It goes all the way to the back, and to control it, pull that switch right there and it actually opens both sections of the roof. Pull it again and it starts to actually open up and it goes on the outside so it doesn't cut into your headroom that much. But a really, really nice sunroof. It's not fully automatic though. I have to constantly keep holding the switch, which is a little bit irritating. But really, really, really nice. Mirror is not auto dimming or anything, but let me show you guys an exhaust clip of the car really quick. Okay. But anyways, pretty mean exhaust system. I don't think that's a stock exhaust system on this car. The owners changed it, but really nice, loud exhaust note. But here's the 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Like I said, it makes 172 horsepower and 177 foot-pounds of torque. This particular car is called Astro Black Metallic, actually, so it is black. It looks blue. It's a really nice color. You can see the hood is really interesting when it opens because it leaves the headlights down there. I think the old Mini, the first generation, actually took the headlights out, but it's just weird because it actually has a little cutout for the headlights on the hood. So that's really interesting. You can see the turbocharger right there, so make sure you don't touch it. They're making sure the smart people out there don't touch that because you will scald your hands. The hood scoop is functional for the intercooler, so that's pretty nice. Now this car only has 2 seats, so going to the back seat, there is a lever here you can pull, and you can see there's no headroom, or I'm sorry, there's no leg room, so people with no legs can sit back here, or people you don't like. But that's pretty much it. Materials back here are all hard plastic. That's pretty much expected. This is a hatchback though, so you do get a little bit of cargo practicality, but the space is pretty small. You can fold the seats down, and it gives you this nice cargo cover. Fold the seats down. It is a 60/40 design. It gives you much more, a little more space. I would personally just leave the seats folded because there's not really any rooms back there. Just use it for cargo. Okay, well, now it's time for the fun part. How does this second generation Mini Cooper drive? I mean, this car is definitely a fun car. I'm not lying to you. If you guys are looking for a really fun pocket rocket, this is definitely your kind of car. You just get ready to deal with a stiff ride, but clutch in, the key's already in, it just starts up like that. I'm gonna actually use the air conditioning so keep the noise to a minimum, but the exhaust in this car is really loud. You can see, everybody can pretty much see your speed in this car, so they will know if you're speeding. You won't be able to hide that from people. Steering wheel nicely fat. It actually has really good feel too. And the shifter in this car is a 6-speed, thankfully. But no armrest here. I kind of wish it had an armrest. It doesn't have an armrest. You can hear that exhaust. It's a very loud exhaust system. Now, what's weird about this car is the clutch engagement point is really late in the travel. It's pretty much just right off of being fully released, so I had to get used to that quickly. Versus like my Fit or any other car I've driven, the engagement point's kind of early in the travel. This is very late in the travel. The tach is right here in front of you, and it actually gives you a digital readout of your speed, so in case if I don't feel like looking here, I can see the speed over there, so that was a really nice touch that they did. You do get single zone automatic climate control in this car, so that's a nice little premium upgrade, although it is not dual zone. You can automatically tell the ride is really stiff in this car. It's a very stiff ride, so you will be paying for that with the fantastic handling. And you can see that turbo engine really makes a big difference. This car is fast, so be careful if you are not trying to get any speeding tickets. I pushed the sport mode there, so I automatically noticed it sharpened the throttle response a lot. The car felt even peppier than it actually already is. But you can also hear the exhaust is really loud. It's a really loud exhaust system. But the brakes feel good. They're have really good strong bite. The steering is excellent. The ride, though, is just where this car really is bad. It rides like a truck, but that's because it's a small car. Small cars with these short wheelbases, they don't ride very well. You can feel when that turbo kicks in, it just pushes you back in the seat. This is such a fun car. Unbelievable. Makes a really nice noise too. Oh, I love this car. Oh man, I can see exactly why people buy these Mini Cooper S's. They're just so fun. I don't understand why you wouldn't buy the S. It's so much fun. And they handle so well. It's ridiculous how well the handling is in this car. Wow, this is fantastic. This is actually my second time driving this generation Mini. Actually, no, it's my first time driving the second generation Mini. I've driven the first generation Mini. Wasn't too impressed with it with the S, but man, the new one has been completely refined. So if you guys are in the market for one of these cars, I highly recommend you test drive it with the S, with the turbo engine. I can't imagine though, because Mini actually offers you an upgrade with the John Cooper Works, which gives you a little over 200 horsepower, and a car the size of your shoe. That's insane. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my test drive of this 2007 Mini Cooper S. If you're in the market for something fun, check one out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Yeah, here's some legal stuff for you. The views and opinions expressed in the following video may not necessarily reflect those of the title holding automotive dealer or the entity they represent. All videos are filmed with permission by a professional driver on a set course with the collaboration and assistance of local law enforcement authorities. Do not attempt. Logos and brandings of vehicle manufacturers, dealerships, and online social media sites are the sole property of their respective representation used with permission. The To The Redline logo, soundtrack, and web resources, as well as all of their associated media, are copyrighted intellectual property of To The Redline LLC. All rights reserved.